welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing Dakota's RV build. As you can see, I kind of already had the shell prepared because I had already previously built this in off camera. So, excuse me. I had previously built this off camera, and then I was like, well, let's make a video out of it. So that's what I did. It is a tier 2 tiny home. It's I think 44 or 46 tiles, one of the two, and it's very tiny. It has a very small kitchen living space, bathroom, and her bedroom. I'm not really gonna go into great detail about the build, but because I want to talk about Dakota's ex's story and everything, and why he is the way he is, and why he's her ex. So I kind of want to get into that. Before that, I do want to get like a brief overall of the build. It's very earth toned and not super bright. A lot of clutter. Not too much clutter where they won't freaking move around because, you know, routing issues in small areas, but enough clutter to where it feels lived in and that she's been living here for a few months. As I'm recording this, I'm voiceover. I have already made like the cinematic intro and slash trailer to the series, which will be a part of the first episode as well. So I hope you guys enjoy seeing that. I will be posting that probably within like the next week or two. It comes together so nicely. It's very cute, very lived in. It's not dirty because Dakota's not dirty. It's just kind of cluttered because she's still a teenager and she's trying to deal with the fact that she has a baby growing inside of her and living with her and getting ready to live in a space by herself on her own and taking care of another human while being still a child herself. So, I wanted it to feel like she either thrifted, got things at the flea market, garage sale. That's the vibe I wanted it to feel like. And then she does have some help, just a little bit, from her ex's mother. So we'll get into that when we get into the storyline. So she does have a little bit of help. Her parents don't want anything to do with her. Boyfriend don't want anything to do with her. We'll get into why. So the reason Dakota's boyfriend, his name is Ryan, doesn't want to be with her is because he did not want to have a baby, at least not right now. They're high school sweethearts. They are one of those together forever types, and he went through some stuff. His dad passed away. His dad was a construction worker, and he died doing construction. Freak electrocution accident. And that really put him on a downward spiral into drugs and alcohol. He is a heavy drinker. He is heavily on Adderall and MDMA, as well as weed. Those all of that. Not super heavy into like the hard stuff like coke and heroin, not stuff like that. Just he's a pill popper, smokes weed, drinks. That's what he does. And that's happened due to the passing of his father. And in my head, in the storyline, they are juniors in high school now. They've been together since their freshman year. His dad passed away during their sophomore year, so over the course of a year, he's kind of been on this downward spiral. Dakota was really wanted to be there for him and trying to be there for him and everything and helping him out. So she stayed. She understands, like, your dad passed away. It's scary. It's sad. I can understand. So she ultimately stays, and she's pregnant. So obviously they're sexually active. So that's kind of like where that happens. She gets pregnant on accidents. Accidents happen. That's what it is. But she wants to keep it because she sees herself with Ryan forever. That's who she sees herself with. She never expected to get pregnant. She never expected anything like that to happen. So she saw a future with him, even though, yes, she was like, okay, well, she doesn't really know about the hard drugs. She knows about the weed and the alcohol. She doesn't know about the pills and all that. So she was like, okay, I understand. He's kind of trying to cope, but she also trying to help him out. So she doesn't know the extent of how heavy it is. But he starts to kind of get a little toxic, get a little manipulative, if you will. And when she tells him that she's pregnant, he doesn't take it too well. He goes and is like, no, you're not. Ooh, excuse me. He goes and is like, oh my God, you're pregnant. Whose is it? It's not my baby. Da, 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 stuff like that. Because, he's strung out. He's not in the right headspace to understand what's happening. So then, as that's happening, she decides, okay, well, he doesn't want the baby. But she tells the mom. Ryan doesn't tell the mom. She tells his mom. And his mom is very supportive. But Ryan doesn't want his mom to know. But his mom already knows. So it's like a miscommunication. Ryan doesn't want his mom to know. He doesn't know his mom knows. And stuff like that. Vice versa. So, kind of like that. Ryan's mom, Jenny, is dealing with the fact that her husband died, dealing with the fact that they had to be put out of their house because she couldn't afford the mortgage, and is having to take care of her own mother. So in their house, they live in a small cabin in Brindleton Bay. In their home, it's the mom, Jenny, her mom, and Ryan. So they all live in this very 2-bedroom tiny cabin. Mom and grandma share a bed vibes. Mom has 2 jobs. She is a online teacher and is a maid. So she is struggling to, keep her household together. But because Dakota is family and Dakota's pregnant and Dakota's having a baby, she gives money to Dakota and she helps support her because she knows her parents aren't doing any of that. Her parents wanted her to get the baby up for adoption, trigger warning, have an abortion, wanted to do, all that, but they didn't see that she really wanted the baby and she felt like she can take care of him. So that's kind of where that storyline goes. It's very raw and more mature than any content I've put out on YouTube. It's very adult. So that's going to be your warning. If you want to keep watching, keep watching. If you don't, you don't have to. So yeah, I think the stories come together very well in my head, I guess. I just wanted to get it out. I've kind of always wanted to do this runaway teen pregnancy thing. I got the idea and the inspiration from Fantasia on YouTube. I just wanted my own spin on it. So that's where we are right now. If you guys enjoy this video, drop a like and a comment and tell me what you think about the storyline. Give me any suggestions on what you think should happen or anything like that. And I will see you guys in the next video. I'm gonna leave you guys with some music. Bye guys.
Bye.